Our final segment today, I'm going to post the question, how will you manage your social marketing, social network technology when you start your business? Keeping in mind that social marketing, social network technology are actually my words and how I describe what it is that we do in David's Barter community. Those are my words. I specifically don't say social media. The reason I don't say social media, not that social media is not important, but social media is only part of the whole. Because if you think for a moment that you can totally focus on social media, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, you certainly can start your business with energy and resources spent in those three communities, no question about that. But to build and sustain your business, you absolutely are going to need to do more and use the social network technology. That's what everybody is doing. If you go to Facebook, if you go to LinkedIn, if you go to Twitter, they are each of us are using our own social network technology as a means of a way for members in our communities to communicate with one another. And it's not necessarily that Facebook has better social network technology than Twitter, than LinkedIn. They have more users of their technology, for sure. For sure they have more users. But more users doesn't necessarily mean better. It's the idea that's behind the social network technology that drives what your technology must do. The idea that you could share what's happening in your life in words or in pictures and post it on your Facebook, it's a great idea. And almost 1 billion people in the world have embraced that idea. The way that LinkedIn works. LinkedIn originally started out as a way for folks who were looking for a job to engage with other folks who could help them find a job. That was the basic original concept. Now, it has developed and evolved a little bit, so it's not just about a job. There is indeed a business application. Twitter is a hard thing to put my hands around, other than it was the most brilliant means of communication that I have ever seen. Brilliant. And the biggest, most important business decision maybe ever made was Twitter's decision that your tweets could not exceed 140 characters. It now is obvious why that was put in as a guideline originally. That's a limitation that social network technology was going to have. Can you imagine how many millions of more servers Twitter would have to have if they allowed you to go on and this and that, whatever you do? It was a brilliant decision. And that whole concept of streaming, the rolling stream of information, all the people that have embraced that as a way to do whatever it is that they do in their tweets. Twitter has changed the way that we learn about news events. Somebody is right there watching, and they immediately tweet it, and then it goes and turns and goes, and millions of people find out about it in seconds, minutes. Not the traditional way that news information was distributed. That's probably a really, really good thing. Probably it is. We demand that immediacy. Unfortunately, for traditional media, such as newspapers, foremost, and even television, and even radio. Radio can make it happen instantly. Television can make it happen pretty much instantly. Newspapers, unless they have a digital online capability, they can't make it happen. It takes time to put the printed word on a page, take a picture of that page, and print that page, and distribute that page. So newspapers, as I know them, totally different. And I started my entrepreneurship career in publishing. It's amazing to me to look at the way things are done today versus the way that I did them 40 years ago. Totally amazing. But it is what it is, and that's what technology is. So how are you going to embrace your social marketing, your social network technology? I got an email today, or I picked one up from the Washington Post, a newspaper. They couldn't print it in their newspaper as fast as they could come out with their e-edition of that message. I'll read this story tomorrow in the Washington Post. I got it today, this morning, I don't know, 5 o'clock this morning. I don't know when the emails come. Great title, that actually got my attention. Why every single one of you should learn a little code. That's a scary thing. Before I read this, share with you, you've heard me say this before, that Curtis has, speaking of Curtis, he sent me a text message, I just want to make sure. Yes. Chris and I will meet in 1 hour. Or now a half hour. You sent him a half hour ago. There you go. That's how people communicate. He has made the statement to me that he never stopped to count them, but there are probably 50,000 lines of code in David's Barter community. 50 lines of code. Oh, wow, what happened? Interesting. I think I'm still live on stick. 50,000 lines of code. He taught me a little bit about it. He's shown me some lines, not all 50,000, but every single thing in the community. He had to write way more than one line of code to make it happen. Now, I told him many, many times, Curtis, I don't want to learn how to write code. I could never really get into writing code, particularly because he told me that, and you know it, every line of code has to be perfect. No mistakes. If you make a space, it shouldn't be there. That line of code is not going to work. Everything has to be perfect in a binary fashion. I couldn't do it, but I would watch him write code, and he types 137 words a minute with a maximum of 3 mistakes. Not for me, but that's why this article got my attention. why every single one of you should learn a little code. As technology becomes more and more ingrained in our everyday lives, you have to make a choice. Are you a consumer of technology, or are you someone who understands it? Buying the latest iPhone, keeping up with the who works where, who's launching what, tech gossip is all good and fine. But if you can't code, you ain't no kind of techie. I'm not going to read this whole article, but and I don't know that I necessarily agree with it, but you can find it at thewashingtonpost.com/business/technology. I just want to learn the basics. I want to learn the why and not the how. That's all I'm really interested in. So that's why we have been able to collaborate, Curtis and I. I will provide any content, and as a matter of fact, every single word outside of a landing page that you might have, every single other word on a landing page, and there's way over 50,000 words. So I've written more words than he's written code. Way over 50,000 words are things that I did. That's what I do. I create content. And guess what? Content marketing is where you must focus a lot of attention. I know that I can create content, and we will put it out into the world using technology that we find and know and test and use, and that will create traffic at our front door to the community at davidsbarter.com. We know how to do that. Once inside that front door, the way that they're going to get to your landing page is the same principle, based upon the key words that you use on your landing page. That will get people to your landing page who are looking for information, who are looking for an entertaining video, who are looking for a product or a service. They're going to use keywords to find it. That is at the foundation. Content marketing, keywords, small business keywords. You have to have a grasp of that if you're going to be successful with your optimized, Google-ized landing page in the community. We try to make it as simple as possible for you. If you download a copy of my book, How to Answer These 749 Questions About Your Small Business, not only are you going to get good questions, it's a complimentary to members, not only are you going to get good questions that you need to ask, and I've created a workbook so you can write answers to those questions, you're going to get keywords. 749 questions. My questions have over 1,000 small business keywords, and there's a total list of those words in the index of the book. So you get the book, you get the keyword, and that keyword refers back to a question in the book, not to a page in the book, to a question number. So you look for question 600 out of 649, whatever. That's how it works. Then, also, every day when we do a YouTube and we post to YouTube, we describe it, we title it, and we create what YouTube calls tags. Same thing as a small business keyword. So every day we create a multitude of new tags, probably 10 new, not new, but 10 small business keywords. We might have used them in the past, but they are being used today to describe what it is that we're talking about, what it is that YouTube video is about. So we have now probably, I'm going to guess, because I'm not going to count them, over 2,500 small business keywords that are in the community. And that's how you move around the community, by searching for those words in the search engines that you will find on every page. I'm not going to talk about it now, but another article I read today, using social ad metrics and messaging to shape your local content strategy. The things that got my attention were metrics, messaging, content. Let me get rid of that. Yeah, messaging, metrics, content, local content. In our community, those are all very important. We use metrics to understand what we are, if what we are doing is accomplishing what we want to accomplish. Those metrics are available on any landing page in the community. So it's important to know what is working. Those are the metrics. Messaging, we have embraced the concept of messaging. There is no email. Email is not supported inbound or outbound, inbound to our community or outbound from our community. We don't support email. I don't do it for a lot of reasons. I don't do it for the cost of supporting email. I don't do it because I want the information inside of our community, inside the walls, the firewalls of our community. I want it to be as private as we can keep it. I want to keep it as secure as we can keep it. Email is irrespectful of privacy and security. So I didn't want to make that a part of the community. That's why Curtis developed a proprietary messaging system. The only way you can use that messaging system is to become a registered member of the community. No cost to register, no cost to create a community marketing profile for yourself. You create that profile so people can find you and search for you based upon the keywords that you enter into those 6 fields of information. Simple concept, simple idea, something that you can change yourself. We've created a simple technology environment for you to be able to change that information if you want to change it in the next 5 minutes. Content. We understand content as well as anybody. That's what I've been doing for 40 plus years, is content, marketing, ideas, communication of those ideas. We understand that, and so we do all of the hard work that needs to be done. We do it because we know how to do it. So we say to you to have your own landing page. Just do what we do. Copy what we do. You have to have your own branding, your own value proposition, your own reason for people to come to your page, because you have a product, because you have a service that they need, that they want, and it will bring value to their life. That's why they're going to come to your landing page. We can't do that for you, per se. That's what you're all about. That's your intellectual property. We have provided the tools for you to make that happen. Go to any one of our landing pages. There's a media player, a YouTube media player on every single page. It's a very simple process. I do it every day, to create a YouTube, put it in my YouTube library. Create a Google+, it goes onto my Google+ stream of information. Then the very same YouTube and information goes to a landing page in our community, and I can change it in the next 5 minutes if I want to. That's how simple we have made it for you. One other article, and I absolutely don't, I'm not going to go into detail on this today, how to increase conversions, make your B2B company website more effective, part 1. This was from top10wholesale.com, top10wholesale.com. They were talking about web design trends. They must be clutter-free. They must be attractive, functional design. Take it easy on Flash. Don't use too much Flash. Your content strategy must be high quality, engaging content, hot from the grill, current, happening now, sell benefits. While there's nothing wrong with telling the world how great your company's track record is, what B2B website visitors would like to see is more of the benefits you can offer. They say benefits, I say value. What kind of value can you bring to somebody's life or somebody's business? What is your call to action? Make it obvious. Make it easy to find. Your call to action is what creates what it is that you want to do. If you want to sell something, if you want to create your own email list, your call to action must be obvious, and it must be easy to find, and that's the way something happens, a call to action. That is just traditional marketing. That is not just website, that is not just internet, that is not just technology. A call to action must be there in every single marketing communication that you have from your business to the rest of the world. Smart content placement. I read that because this is what other people are saying. This is what we do. And the final thing I'd like to share with you today, yesterday in the mail I got my twice a month, I guess I get it, I'm not even sure how often to go, B2B magazine. I read it. I've been reading it for years because I have been a B2B marketer probably longer than this magazine is old. But it gets, there's a lot of stories in it, and I read a lot of stories. However, content marketing surges. Marketers weigh TV advertising during the elections. Should you use TV in marketing your business? You don't need to. You've got YouTube capabilities. You don't need to use television. I have done television advertising in the past for myself, also for other folks. I have done a lot of television advertising. I haven't done it for years. I certainly haven't done it since I've been involved with the internet. You don't need television, particularly a small business. Large businesses, they just take a certain percentage of their advertising budget and they put it into television. Content marketing comes of age. How many times have you heard content marketing today? The thing that the largest 50 B2B advertisers, I just wanted to see who they were and how are they spending their money. We'll share that information at a later date. The thing that caught my attention most is on my first pass through the magazine was actually a full-page ad by a company called Hudson Horizons. Interesting in their ad, I just noticed, I didn't see it the first time, there's a QR code in the bottom. That QR code, if you scan that QR code, it will take you directly to their landing page or to a landing page that they want to direct you to. You know my personal feelings about QR codes. I use them. You should use them because in anything that you print, You should use a QR code because it adds an interactive dimension to the printed word. That those printed words can jump off the page and take somebody electronically to a landing page. That's what you want to do, and it doesn't cost you anything to do it. You've already absorbed the costs and whatever it costs to create that printed page. But the ad that got my attention from Hudson Horizons, is your company a benchmark for success? 4 strategies to dominate your industry. I'm going to end today with this ad and what they say you need to do. Number 1, website development. Be custom. 61% of global internet users research products and services online. There's more information I'll share with you later. Number 2, social media marketing has to be a part of your strategy to dominate your industry. Be viral. LinkedIn drives the most customers to B2B. About 2/3 of web users will use social networks in 2011. 2/3 of everybody on the internet will use social networks. That's a big number, so you have to understand how to effectively and efficiently use those networks for your marketing. We do a lot of that for you. Number 3, mobile integration. Be anywhere. That is the major thrust of technology right now, is making sure that your landing page, your website, whatever it is, has mobile capabilities, that people can use their phones to make it happen. Why? Because that's what people want. I don't know if you heard me say it, but we are doing a major project. Our community is doing a major project with Nigeria entrepreneurs right now. Humphrey Akanazu, and I was just talking on the phone earlier today with Humphrey. He asked me to do something for him, and as soon as he gives me the detail of what it is he exactly needs, I'll get it done. But he told me while we met in Rome, in one of our meetings, he told me if Nigerian entrepreneurs who want to start a business are going to embrace our social marketing, social network technology, it must be available to them and to their potential customers on a BlackBerry. He said because BlackBerries dominate the online world in Nigeria. There are more BlackBerries than there are PCs or Macs, for sure. And so if Nigeria is going to embrace our community, which they will do, we have to be BlackBerry friendly, if you will. And the 4th item, search engine optimization. Be found. Worldwide internet users conduct 131 billion searches per month. That breaks down to almost 3 million per minute, 175 million per hour, 4 billion per day. So you have to understand how search engine optimization works to get attention to your what? Your highly optimized, highly Google-ized landing page. We understand it. Just do what we do, and you can understand it too. Thank you for your time today. And please come back tomorrow at 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, 10 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm not quite sure what our topics of discussion are going to be tomorrow. Maybe continuation of what we've done today. Maybe not. Whatever is relevant. We want the best contact. And in the meantime, before now and then, if you haven't already registered to become a member of the community, please do. Very simple process. Go to davidsbarter.com, look for the red box, fill in the 4 simple fields of information, then go on to create your 6 fields of information for your own proprietary community marketing profile. Make sure you use as many keywords as you possibly can to describe what it is that you do, how you do it, what your product is. Very key to your marketing profile to have that information, because that's how people are going to find you. Then register to get your complimentary landing page for 50 days to see if you can take what has worked for us extremely well, see if you can make it work for you with your product, your service, your intellectual property. Thank you, and we'll see you soon.